All right, welcome back. This is a patrol story, kind of interesting about supervision and supervisors in general. On RealCopStoryVideos.com, I have a very low regard for supervisors when I came up on the department. A lot of them are horrible. A lot of them were self-serving. A lot of them want to promote, so they promote on the feet and hands of someone else. I don't appreciate that. I became a supervisor later on. When I became supervisor, my primary function was to take care of my people. That's what it should be. But these guys are on their way up, man. They're out of the way. I want to make lieutenant, and they don't care about the troops. A lot of pranking going on. All these stories I'll tell you about. All kinds of pranks. You know, things blowing up, and we had a sergeant with such an a-hole. He had an egg blow up in his mouth, went up into his nostrils and his sinuses. He fainted on the floor, and we just stood around and watched him. You can see he was breathing. Nobody did anything. He finally called an ambulance after a while. That's how much of an a-hole he was. Can you believe that? Okay. That's on RealCopStoryVideos.com. That's on Coffee Room Stories. There's a whole bunch of them in there. But this is one of those. We had a supervisor which he never did anything to us, but I heard he was kind of a bad guy. Night shift, which is 4 to midnight. I heard he really was a hard ass. Okay, and you know, he criticized everything you did. They're supposed to go out and watch what you do, and then rate you on how you handle a radio call or how you handle a family dispute, and that's their job. But some of the sergeants are a lot more what I call chicken ass. You know, like, well, your car wasn't parked too far back, or you're too close to the curb. Really? Okay. Or we're wearing our hats. That was a big one. They wanted us to wear our hats. You go to a robbery in progress in a bank with shots fired, and you forgot to put your hat on. Okay. So they write you up. Well, don't write me up, because if you write them up, it goes in your personnel package. 3 years later, you go for a promotion. They open up your package. Say, how are you doing? Oh, what about this hat thing? Oh, now you got to explain about a stupid hat. Okay. Just chew me out. Okay. So he was this way. We never did anything against us, but okay, fine. Well, subsequently, he liked to make traffic stops. And sergeants are not supposed to make traffic stops because they're by themselves, and they're supposed to be supervising traffic stops. This guy made a traffic stop one night, and we heard about it. I wasn't working that night. We were off. And apparently the guy turned and jumped him. And he put out a call for help. The sergeant did. And for a long while, nobody rolled. Didn't like the guy. Now, that's kind of chicken. I thought that was kind of low. Okay, you might not like the guy, but we're all cops here. And if you fighting with someone, he puts out that call, you've got to go. We came back going, why didn't they? Oh, he's an a-hole. I know, but come on, man. I mean, this is not a, come on. And, well, you like the guy? No, but you come on, you know. So I never understood that. Neither did my partner. We both had about 2.5 years on. Well, that was kind of chicken. I mean, I thought, well, you know, that's kind of, and he got not beat up, but he was scarred a little bit. He got like, side of his face was, because they went on the asphalt, his face was messed up. He was off for a couple days, came back. Okay, fine. So that's the kind of guy he was. Okay. Didn't do anything against us, because he was supervising other guys, and they have, any night shift, you'll have like 30 or 40 officers. You'll have like 6 sergeants, and each sergeant is assigned so many officers. You don't cross over unless you have to, and that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so one night we're working, weekend night, and we hear him come on the radio. He's making a traffic stop. Okay, and we were kind of close, and we listened. Well, that's weird. You know, well, should we go by there? You know, no, because we're on our way to another call, but he's close, and we thought, what do you want to do? I don't know. You know, it's one of those things where a little decision makes a big deal. Okay, we could have just kept on going, or not even think about it, but we never had any problems with this guy. Sure enough, a minute went by, and we had his little speakers in our car. When somebody would broadcast, we could hear what they're saying. Okay, so could the girl downtown, because of the radio. We'd hear, officers assistance on so-and-so street, you know, and it's him. He put out his call sign. We're close. So my partner's we floor it. Keep him coming around the corner on 2 wheels, and he's on the ground rolling around. There's another guy getting out of the car. Another suspect was the guy's brother. He's getting out of the car because his brother's on the ground with his sergeant. And by that time, we come around the corner. I got my stick out, man, and he looks at me, and he doesn't know what to do. Too late. I smacked him on the elbow. Wound up, I chipped his elbow because he was like this, you know. Oh, this is an offensive stance, man. So I gave him a shot right here, and it works pretty good. It breaks the elbow real good, right about here. You ever hit your elbow on a funny bone? Ain't funny with a nightstick coming at 90 miles an hour, breaks it right open, okay, a little piece of hickory. So he goes down, so then I jump on him. My partner jumps on the other guy who's on top of the sergeant, and we could choke in those days. Like you ever see a WWF where they're choking people out? He choked him out, rolled him over. So now the sergeant gets up, and he's like, oh my gosh, I got saviors here, me and my partner. So we hook him up, and then we go, and now we got him all handcuffed, and what do you want to do? He goes, well, take him for battery on me. And okay, fine. He goes, I'll meet you at the station. I'll do the reports as a sergeant. And I'll impound the car real quick. And then I said, we'll do it, Sarge. Don't worry about it. So we called for a tow truck, and we stood up there. These guys aren't going anywhere. They're not. The guy with a broken elbow, we called the paramedics for that. And they came out and looked at that, and they're paramedics have about as much humor as we do. He's like this. Ah, guy's screaming. Well, it looks like it might be broken. Let me check it. Ah, ah. Guys, but he goes, yeah, I think he might have chipped it. What are you gonna do? Oh, we're just gonna wrap it. Okay, they wrap it. They can get a doctor elsewhere. I don't think about broken chips on the elbow. I'm not a doctor. Okay, so they wrapped it up. It was actually, see, it was the right one. Yeah, they were saying it been a long time ago, 40 some years ago. Yeah, I think it was his right elbow. Anyway, it didn't really matter. They wrapped it up, and you know, we all got done there and went to the station, and the sergeant got on the typewriter and wrote the report, and we booked the bodies and took one guy to the jail ward of the hospital, so because they won't accept him if he's got any kind of broken parts. So he was accepted in there, and and so that was the end of that. Okay, and he wrote us a commendation, which we didn't really think we needed, didn't think we deserved, because this is just police work. And after that, man, we could do no wrong. We go to a call, we pick up a suspect, he'd come over, how's it going? Are you guys doing okay? And here's your booking approval for this guy, and you know, can I get you guys? We're inside the station doing reports. Bring us in some hamburgers for us, okay? Because we're the only ones that ever backed him up. And I kind of felt sorry for the guy, but I thought, well, hey, we should not be turning our backs on a-hole supervisor. Okay, he's an a-hole, but there's a time and a place, okay? You don't leave somebody out there in danger because you don't like the guy. What if they killed him? Now, how are you going to feel? If you were a half a block away and you just said, I'm not going to go, and then he gets killed, you're responsible for that. You really are. We're supposed to help each other here. You know, help other agencies, Highway Patrol, all that stuff. We help each other, okay? So I felt good about that. I felt good, and then we responded to other sergeants. It's no big deal. We were kind of like the hot shots, but some guys would take it personal. Some officers, they wouldn't go to that call. They won't back that sergeant up. I'll back that one up. No. We just backed everybody up. We were equal opportunity backer-upper. That's a word. And we're also equal opportunity baton-wielding guys. We didn't care what they were. Man, women, you don't care. Okay, if you're doing something wrong, you're going to get a little hickory on the side of the head. Or no, we don't hit heads. Elbows, legs, knees. Worked really good. Hope you like that story, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.